Good evening, everyone. It is your SkyDiva. Just checking in, let you guys know how I've been feeling. Yes, I look extremely rough. I have not been feeling myself lately. You know how you get in those moods and you're like, my hair is not right. I don't feel like putting on makeup. I don't feel like putting on any clothes. I'm just like ready to get back to myself because I'm not used to being told I have to be on bed rest and that I can't do this and can't do that and stuff. I'm a really stubborn person and I just like to do what I want to do when I get ready to do it. So it's very hard for me to follow doctor's orders, but I'm glad they found what was wrong. My next step is January 2nd. I meet with my the neurologist specialist to discuss my next procedure, the surgery, and hopefully it'll get scheduled that first week of the new year, and then I can be back at work hopefully by the end of January, if not sooner. I think the recovery period, he said, is like 3 weeks to make sure I don't have any blood clots and I'll be safe to fly. I'm like praying, y'all just don't understand, because been at home, been told you have this, can't lift, can't pull, can't push, can't reach, can't drive, can't have any strenuous activities. It's like, what? I can't, I mean, I don't like people doing stuff for me. Some days I'm good, some days, like right now, this second, I feel fine, but like last night I started off good and then it just progressed worse. The headaches are coming and going now. So at this second, my headache is like it's like a 1 on a scale from 1 to 10, where last night it started at a 1 and then went to a 10. I was able to spend a holiday Christmas pajama party with my family. So I got a house for that, and right now I know I'm not supposed to be driving, but I feel better, so I'm testing my limits a little bit and to see how I feel. So that's where I'm at now. So don't fuss. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I had to come to the store. I wanted some ice cream, and my eye is feeling better. It's, I don't know if you can really see, but it's still a different size on this side. Just it's not as bad as it was, but I hate taking pictures now. So I see a lot of people are graduating. Congratulations. That, which way do I want to go? That's wonderful. And then a lot of people are getting ready to go to training. I don't know what the weather is in Salt Lake City, so I would double check the weather. When I went through training, it was April, and it snowed a couple times while I was there, but not a whole lot. So I'm assuming it's January in the mountains that it's still snowing there. So check the weather, make sure what it's going to be like so you can pack accordingly. My advice, because I've been seeing a lot of posts, and I try my best to avoid even commenting on some of the posts. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this video and hopefully someone will watch it. And y'all are stressing out over things you have no control over. This life, this lifestyle, this new job, this new career that you are about to take on is out of your control. You can't plan. Stop trying to plan. You can't, no one can tell you exactly or approximately what your salary is going to be. The person that you're sitting next to in training, y'all make the same amount of money. Her check gonna look different from your check. So you can't plan. I'm sorry, you just can't. And I'm just as honest as I can be. I hate coming a direction that I think this is my turn. Oh Lord, I'm lost in my own neighborhood. You cannot plan for it. It's just, you just can't do it. You're gonna make, if you looked on the website, you saw what the annual salary is. So you're gonna make less than $22,000 a year, period. Now, whether that's before taxes or after taxes, is gonna be less than $22,000 a year. So plan accordingly for that income decrease, increase, whatever it is. Your checks are going to range from possibly $500 in one check every 2 weeks to maybe $1,000, maybe $1,100, maybe $1,300. Maybe sometime you might, be doing the thing and your schedule allows you to pick up trips, and you might get lucky to pick up some trips, and you might get lucky to even get some junior man trips. Sorry. And you might pull off a $1,500-$1,600 check in 2 weeks. Anything's possible, but plan for $1,000 check or less every 2 weeks. Okay? I'm not playing. I'm being so serious right now. As a first year reserve flight attendant, as far as when people ask questions about what is compliant, what can you wear, is this compliant, a pair of black shoes, I always ask that you look at the packet, because the packet is not going to set you up for failure. The packet is there to help you prepare. So if you're reading in plain black and white where it says this shoe is compliant, there's no need for you to re-ask that question. Your packet is your information, and I'm not answering that to be sarcastic or rude or snippy or anything like that. I'm asking you because I'm preparing you to be able to provide yourself with information that only you can control. And what that means is you never want to be that person or be a person that relies on answers from everyone else. If even the thing that I'm telling you, but again, you need to go and research it yourself, right? So when I don't know an answer to a question, and I ask, even in school, you ask, your teacher might give you the answer, or they might tell you how to go and find the answer, because they want to prepare you. You don't ever want to trust someone else's answer completely. You want to be able to go and find it and read it in black and white for yourself. That way, you can't blame getting the wrong information on someone else. So if you come to me and I say, and you ask me, is this shoe compliant? And I tell you yes, but in actuality it's not. And then you show up in this shoe or this dress or this skirt or whatever, and it's not compliant, and they pull you in the office to give you a LOI or to talk to you about it, and you say, well, Carmencita said it was. Well, who am I? I don't work in the training department. I'm just a little peon flight attendant. You shouldn't have listened to me. You should have referred back to your packet that is telling you what is compliant. So you never want to just solely rely. It's okay to get advice and people to offer their suggestions, but things that are written in black and white, that are rules, you want to know where it is and how to go and find it for yourself. And that's just the best advice that I can give. So sometimes people will ask me things, new flight attendants that, who I've met through the whole entire process. And they'll email me or they'll text me with a situation that they're happy to be in at that second. Well, at that second, they probably don't have the time to go and look in their EVAT or in their manual because they need it at that exact moment. So I'll provide them the answer, but I'll also tell them where to go and look it up so that they can go and read it and see for themselves for future references, and then to show somebody else who may have the same question later. Because truth be told, as new flight attendants, we're kind of like thrown out there with the wolves when you get finished with your initial training and your IOE and everything. You're just thrown out there. So a lot of things you don't know about, and you find out by someone telling you, or you find out by reading the memos that come out, or you find out by trial and error. But you need to know how to go and find it and where it is at. Get ready to be away from your family and your friends for a long period of time. It is an adjustment. Trust me, I can tell you a couple of stories, my personal experiences. Like, I had to move home with my mom, right, because I could not afford my own place off the salary. So I'm living at home. My mother needed me to be home on a certain day because she had something to do or what have you. I told her I was off, and I got off. My trip technically ended at a certain time, and then I was going to try to catch the next flight home. All she heard was, "I'm gonna be home." She tuned out everything else. So the day came, and my trip ended when it was supposed to end, but I couldn't catch a flight because I'm new. I'm at the bottom of the list. I couldn't, get on any flight. Therefore, I'm sitting in the airport from like 11 a.m. in the morning to now it's 9 o'clock at night in Chicago trying to get home, and there's no more flights. So midnight, I'm like in my crash pad now, and my mother is texting me going, "Where are you? Are you not here? What time are you gonna be here?" And I'm like, "I'm not coming. I told you I couldn't catch a flight." "Well, you said you were gonna be off," and I was like, "But Mama, I don't control the weather, the plane, the loads. I can't do anything about that if I couldn't catch a flight." So it's not that simple as if, when I'm off, I'm just gonna go home. I'm just gonna get on a plane and I'm gonna go home. It's not gonna be always that easy. There were times where I got off a plane, I pull up a trip, I'm like, "Oh, there's a flight leaving in 45 minutes at this gate. Let me see if I can make it." And I'm sitting on the plane, on the tarmac, taxiing to the gate, and something happened, and we're sitting on the tarmac, and I can't get to the gate, so therefore I can't even run over to the next gate to catch the flight. Those were times where things like that happened, and I made it like at the last second. So it's just like freaking algebra, trying to figure out if you're going to be able to catch a flight or not to get home, trying to pull up loads, trying to see who we can try to jump seat on, and who has availability, and getting from this gate to that gate, and what's the weather going to be like in the forecast for the next few days, and should I risk going home? Am I going to be able to come back? I remember talking to another young lady who I had told the same speech to about non-revving, and she was new, and every time she had one day off, she was trying to run home, and ended up almost losing her job, but trying to come home every time she was off, and then looking at the flight loads, going, "Oh, this flight has 70 empty seats on it. The last flight of the day, I'll get on that one." And then things happen throughout the whole entire day, and that flight ended up being canceled, and she can't get on it. I'm like, "Didn't I tell you not to wait to the last flight of the day, to start at the first flight of the day, because things happen?" So it's not that easy trying to get home. Crashpads, hot bed, cold bed versus apartments. We all know that there is a policy that says that we do not, or the airline does not like you to commute. There's a no commute policy your first year. Commuting means you trying to get to work the day of your trip. So if you have a trip scheduled at 5 p.m. and out of Dallas, Texas, and you live in California, and you try to take a flight at 11 a.m. to come to Texas, because you have a trip at 5, but your flight in California is delayed or canceled because of whatever reason, and so now you have to call off because you can't get here. As a new hire, you don't have any commute. There's no commute policy, so you can get fired instantly for missing your commute. Now the company gives you 5 emergency call outs, 5 that you have to use in 365 days now. So that means sick and all. Doctor's note you gotta have, sick, personal emergency. So you don't want to use all 5 up in a year, because after they're gone in 1 year, you're done. So that's why they ask you not to commute, because it is very hard, especially in the winter months, summer months, and the holidays, because people travel a lot. So it's very hard. So if you have to move to your domicile, your options are get an apartment with a bunch of classmates that you met or what have you, or stay with family that lives in that particular city that you know. A lot of people didn't want to do that because, oh man, I need to get over, because they didn't want to sign any leases, because therefore I'm a transfer next month. Like it was that easy to transfer. You have to put in a transfer every single month, and people didn't want to sign leases with other people because they didn't want to be stuck with a lease and they get their transfer, which is understandable. So if you don't want to do that, or make an arrangement with the people that you have a lease with. Like example, I know people that had an arrangement where they signed a lease, and it was like maybe 8 or 9 of them got an apartment, and I think it was a 3-bedroom apartment, and they had like 3 twin beds in each one. Now mind you, hardly any of them were there all at the same time, because they were flying, but it ended up being cheaper than a Crashpad, and they had their own space, closet, bed, what have you. Now if someone left or got their transfer, they were responsible still to pay their portion of that lease until they found someone to take up their bed for them. So that's one option, if you trust the people that you stay with. The other option is to get a Crashpad. Crashpads can run from $200 and up. It just depends on the type of Crashpad. Though also Crashpads can be hard to find, especially for reserve flight attendants, because a lot of Crashpads don't want reserves there because we're there longer than a line holder. And if you have a what they call a cold bed, means they, people are coming in and out. A hot bed. People are coming in and out of that Crashpad. Rotation is a hot bed. That means the bed that you sleep in Monday may not be the bed you in on Tuesday. You might be in another bed. It's not your bed. You have to take the sheets off before you leave. And then whoever comes in behind you may be in it when you get back or what have you. So you don't have your personal space. Some of them give you like a pantry for some small things, or a little storage bin for you to leave a few things, but you can't pack your whole life in that Crashpad because it's not your apartment. You don't live there. You're just there temporarily. They have cold beds, which means that bed is yours to the duration of however long you're gonna stay there. No one else can sleep in it. It's yours. You can put your own sheets, comforter, or whatever. You probably can have a storage bin up underneath it. That's where you're gonna be on your days off. If there's no rules to say that you can only stay in that particular bed so many days a month, yada yada yada. Again, the price varies, depending on what the situation is of that Crashpad. You can go home, however, on your days off, but again, you have to be back in your domicile. And my example for me is I never moved to Chicago. I had a Crashpad. I came home when it was when I had days days off that were consecutive in a row. For me, what worked for me was I came home only if I had 3 days off in a row. If I had 2 days off, it just depends on if my daughter had something going on at school, if I had a doctor's appointment or something, if I got off early from my trip and I was able to catch like the first flight out, because it didn't make any sense for me to come home the last flight of the day, 9 p.m., because basically I would have to leave the very next day because I only had 2 days off. So that wasn't worth it for me. So I had to have 3 or more days off in a row, because day 1 is you traveling to get home. Day 2 is your off day for you to spend with your family, run your errands, pay bills or whatever, wash, repack your lunch kit, whatever you need to do. And day 3 was travel day to get back to your domicile, because the 4th day you were back on reserve, right? So for me, I needed at least 3 days off in a row or more. I haven't even used my benefits to travel anywhere, internationally, take any trips or do anything, but that's just me, because I want at least 5 or 6, 7 days off in a row to do that, to allow me time to try to non-rev on flights. And I'm kind of scary and I don't want to travel anywhere by myself. So that's just me. I know a lot of my classmates been all over. They be doing the damn thing, and I'm not mad at them. I just haven't had that luxury and don't look like I'm going to have it until the summertime now, once everything is situated with me. So I need you guys to relax, take a deep breath, exhale. I know that you're excited and you're just anxious. Don't go out trying to buy all this stuff that you think flight attendants need. We all don't wear red lipstick. We all don't wear shoes from Crew Outfitters. We all don't have Travel Pro and Toomey bags or anything like that. You don't need any of that stuff right now, especially for training. Get you some comfortable shoes. That's what you need for training. You need some comfortable shoes. I don't care what they look like, long as they fit in they're compliant and they're black with black soles, or navy with or navy blue. Some boots that are compliant. Long as they are comfortable, you need to be comfortable. Forget about being cute. You need comfortability. That's what you need, because you're going to be on your feet. You're going to be sitting down a lot. You need to be comfortable. That should be your main priority, being comfortable. You don't need to go buy a lunch kit that you think all flight attendants travel with, because you don't need that for training. You can carry your lunch in a freaking Walmart bag and put it in the refrigerator. Save your coins. Save your money. Go to Walmart or Goodwill or somewhere, and get your little cheap lunch kit, to put your snacks or something in. I put my stuff in a tote bag that I had, and I would just, carry my tote bag, would have my binder, my book, my flashcards, all my stuff that I needed to have every day for training in my little tote bag, and I'll pull my lunch out, go put it in the refrigerator. That was it. I'm not trying to lug around all this her stuff. You have plenty of time. I tell people, don't even pack your life for training. You're going to end up wearing the same crap every day anyway. After the first week, the excitement, you're going to be over it. You're going to be wearing the same clothes all over again. Same jacket, same sweater. You're not going to be worried about trying to be cute and who you looking cute for. You're not going to be worried about none of that stuff. You're going to be so stressed out. That's not going to even matter to you. So I need you guys to bring it on down a notch. Calm down, relax. You're going to be okay. This is exciting. You're going to meet some amazing people, some amazing trainers. They're not going to let you fail. They are not there to see you fail or to set you up to fail. When in doubt, what do? If you have an outfit or a pair of shoes or some boots that you want to absolutely make sure that you can wear, pack it, take it with you to training. First day of training, take it with you in the bag, show a trainer, and ask them, can I wear this? Let them tell you yes or no. because they will whip out a measuring tape in a minute and measure the length of your skirt and your dress. So you can do that if you have some questions or concerns about that. But again, like I've said plenty of times, I love my job. I'm so ready to go back to work. I don't know what to do. I'm going crazy right now. So I applaud you. I'm happy for you guys. It is so exciting, but you just need to relax. Spend this time. Enjoy your last free holidays with your family and your friends and your loved ones. If you have a job now, putting your money to the side, save your coins. If you see a luggage set that, I mean, it's like the price is just unbelievably cheap and you just gotta get it because you're not gonna see this sale no more. Hey, I ain't gonna be mad at you, but don't go spending $300 and $400 and $500 and $600 on some luggage that you may or may not need, because with all this being said, you still have to make it through training. You still have to make it those 31 days. So I wouldn't be going to buy nothing until those wings are placed on me and I have my certificate and everything in my hand. Okay, guys? So I know I'm driving and my video is dark and I apologize. I really wanted to do this video. And look, I've been driving for at least 26 minutes now. And I don't feel lightheaded or anything. I know I'm going to pay for it. But I'm getting ready to stop in a minute. I'm getting ready to stop. A friend of mine made some gumbo. And she couldn't leave because she got her grandbaby. So I'm coming to give me some gumbo. Yes, I am. But yeah, so I hope this video was informative. Again, I don't mind answering any questions, but those who know me and those who've reached out to me, you know I'm direct and I don't mean any harm. And when you ask me a question, especially regarding items and can you wear this and it's compliant, the first thing I ask is, do you have your training packet? Did you read it? What does it say? Because usually it's right in front of your face and you don't need any reassurance. It's right there, plain and simple, in black and white, word for word, verbatim. And I always say refer to the packet, because when I went through training, we didn't have a dress code. Things change. I don't want to give you the wrong information. I don't have a new training packet. I can't tell you what's in it. So I could be giving you wrong information. So I'm telling you to refer to that packet, because that packet is your best source of information. So, all right, guys, good luck. Congratulations again. Hopefully, look at this dog. If you don't get out of the street and just gonna sit there. Look, little dog. You better move. So yes, anyway, gotta throw it off for a minute. Congrats again. I wish you all the best. Hopefully I get to fly with you guys. Take care.